HaloForgery here, bringing you a PSA about episode 2 of Defector, a Machinima which most of you know I co-directed with Velocity Plan Studios. To start off, I'll be talking a little bit about episode 1, how I think it went, just a little bit of insight for you guys as to how it went for us. Then I'll go on to talk about episode 2, future info on episode 2, how it's going to pan out, how it's all going to work in the grand scheme of things. Right, first of all I'm going to be talking a little bit about episode 1. Episode 1 was started around, God now, if it's January now, we're talking at least a year, probably around a year and 4 months. Year and 4 months ago. Sometime in November 2011 November. It really was a long time ago, guys, so, it's been a while. It has been a while working on this. I'm just glad we finally got episode 1 out. What I will say though is, it was never, all of that time was never constant working. It was definitely an on-off machinima. At some points it seemed as if it had stopped, it had ended, and then suddenly, we're making the machinima again, so it wasn't consistent, to be honest. But it was still a hell of a long time to have a machinima to work on, so thank God it's out, that's all I'll say. And sorry for the delays, guys, because we did sort of go back on some of the release date promises. At least we managed to get it out eventually. One of the main problems we have was lack of motivation, because we'd been working on it so long that it just got to the point where we were sick of doing stuff based on the machinima, and really we were sick of going on the game to sort out the machinima as well. And another problem was it was just the two of us. It was just me and David doing the work. And really, hats off to David, because he's the one who did the majority of the work. When it comes to video editing and compiling the entire machinima, he did it all. So hats off to him for creating a 30-minute machinima for his first ever machinima. I mean, that is quite something, guys. That is no small feat. Most people start off a machinima with a 5-minute, pretty damn rough comedy, not very humorous piece of unedited crap. That's what most machinimas start off as. So I think he did a very good job with this. People to quickly thank before I move on to reception was Fairfield Fencer. He did a great job in filling in some of the voice acting roles. His channel is up in the annotations at the moment, and if you haven't got your annotations turned on, there's a link in the description. He filled a lot of the voice acting roles, and he seriously helped us finding new voice actors. He gave us forums, he gave us areas to post basically advertisements for our machinima and recruiting stuff to get people in, and he did help with getting quite a lot of voice actors in, which we did end up using in the end, so thank you to him. Another person I'd like to thank is Through the Sentient. He does Halo based CGI, and I'd like to say thank you for the inspiration and motivation to keep creating my CGI, which led to it being put in episode 1 of Defector. So thank you to him, basically. He gave me a lot of motivation, he helped me at points, he gave me a lot of tips and tricks of working with 3ds Max, so thank you to you for the Sentient. A link to his channel will also be in the description and annotations now. How we felt it went. Reception wise, very good. We had a lot of good comments on it. Generally people thought it was very good, so I'm fine, I'm happy. I'm not going to be one of those who says, it didn't go very good, it didn't get like 50,000 views on day 1. Because let's face it, we only had 100 subscribers, and we got around 500 going on 600 views, so I'd call that success. I think we did very well to get that. What I will say though is, it did have some plot problems. Two main characters is very hard to work with. So what I will say is episode 2 is going to have a much faster moving plot, because episode 1 didn't really go anywhere for the whole 30 minutes that people were watching. And there's going to be a lot more character development. Episode 2. So this is really the meat of this PSA. This is where the majority of the stuff that you've been waiting for is going to be talked about. So production of the Defector series has been passed on to the HaloForgery now, because David doesn't have the motivation to work on it, nor the time, because he's got other channels going. And to be honest, I don't blame him, because guys, you don't understand the amount of work that he had to do to get episode 1 out for Christmas Eve release date. It was a lot of work. Even when he was ill, he was working on Defector. So that shows it to you guys. I mean, it really was a dedication to him, and I think it's very well that we thank him very much for doing it, because it wouldn't have existed without him. There wouldn't be it, because there'd be no video editing. It'd just be an assortment of random clips and no voice actors. There'd be no music. You wouldn't know what the hell's going on. So very big thanks to him for doing that. episode 2 general plot, I'm not going to give too much away here, but there will be a lot more character development. There's going to be a lot of new characters added, and generally what you already know is that they are going to end up at the facility, but no promises as to when that will happen. So don't expect it in episode 2, because chances are it's not going to happen for a couple of episodes. Episode 2 map design. What you've been seeing here on the video is a lot of maps which are probably going to end up getting used in episode 2. Generally, I'm not giving away too much here. I'm not showing you, like, not saying there are huge bases here, I'm not giving anything away here, but I'm not showing you huge bases and rooms with things that would give you away, because all you're going to do is end up spoiling it. I'll end up spoiling it for you, and that's not fair. So what I'm just going to be doing is showing you some small corridor-like areas that I've been working on, because generally set design, map designs are biggie. You need good sets and maps to create a good machinima. Episode 2 production, when will it be out? Realistically, episode 2 will be produced by May. That is generally the realistic time frame for the development of it, because I've got exams, I've got schoolwork, and that means that the only time I can really create the machinima or edit it or anything like that, there's a lot of work to it. I will be pretty damn limited, to be honest, because homework is seriously pushing it out now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's May, if not June. Most likely May though, because I wouldn't be able to live with myself if it took me this long to create episode 2, which is going to be shorter than episode 1, and I'll be a lot more motivated to work on it, so don't worry about that, guys. But episode 2, voice actors and body actors, we're going to need quite a lot of them. Body actors, it's normal anyway, you'll need 15 body actors. But voice actors, because there's going to be a lot of new characters added, voice actors are going to be a huge thing that I'm going to need. It's going to be a lot of them, so don't be surprised if you do apply to voice act, that you might be given more than one role, basically, because there's going to be a lot of roles for background noise, radio chatter. You won't have to do the effects or anything, that'll all be done for me, but I will need just the basic speech just to work with. So sorry if you're asked to fill more than one role, or a role that you didn't like, but please still support the machinima, because a machinima is nothing without voice actors. I mean, without them there's nothing there apart from people moving around. Okay, if you want to apply for voice acting and body acting, just send a message on this channel, TheHaloForgery. Send a personal message along with your gamer tag or your Skype name, and an email address. That is also required. If you're a body actor, don't worry about email address, but if you're a voice actor, it is required just to keep on track, see where you are in your progress, give you updates on the production, so on and so forth. Please feel free to send the messages, but don't expect an instant reply, because this channel won't get checked often, because I get a lot of just random messages that sometimes it's kind of tedious to go through, but I'll try my best to get back to you on that. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the future of this channel. Okay, now for the future of the Halo Forgery. This channel started off as a map review channel for Halo 4. It was... I could have called it the Halo 4 Forgery, but what I didn't want to do is get myself stuck into one game with a channel. That's why I called it the Halo Forgery, so... It gave me more of an open method. I could go and do videos on any Halo-based game. It wasn't just videos. I could do machinimas, I could do gameplays, I can do whatever I want. So it was a very open thing. I did a couple of I did a map trailer and some map reviews for the basic maps that came with the game, and then production pretty much stopped. That was due to some Christmas exams and just generally lack of motivation. I was working on Defector at the time, so this sort of took a sidetrack, didn't really get done much. Defector will now be posted on this channel, so if you want to see Defector in the future, please subscribe to this channel. It really does help if you subscribe. I know people sort of don't subscribe if the content isn't that often, but what I will say is I will be posting not loads of, but maybe every week or so I'll just post a little update, and if you're subscribed you'll be able to see it, and you can just see how the machinima is coming along, if I need any help, or if you need anything like that. Just subscribe, it really does help. It motivates me to create more content and carry on the channel, and especially carry on Defector. What I will say about Defector is the first episode wasn't up to the quality bar that me and David had hoped to produce, so episode 2 is hopefully going to be a much higher quality bar. There's going to be a lot more quality, there's going to be a lot more thought going through scenes, and a lot more camera angles as well. So hopefully the quality bar will be raised with that. Once Defector's through, Halo 5 might just be around the corner, because I'm looking to take this on for quite a while. So the opportunity for a new machinima would arise here. Until then, I'll continue to produce Defector on this channel. TheHaloForgery, for those who don't know, if you're coming over from David's channel now or other sources, started off as a map review channel, and it will continue as this. TheHaloForgery defines anything created on Halo, so please don't hate on it if the machinima perhaps isn't on time or is not going to plan, or you want the machinima now. I'm sorry if I'm making other videos, but some people on this channel are here for the map reviews, some people are here for the machinima. It's 50-50 split, and it's got to be shared that way. Though what I will say is map reviews take nowhere near the amount of time that a machinima does. So anyway, thank you for watching this PSA. If you have any more questions, please don't feel afraid. Feel free to question in the comments. I will be watching them, so you'll be fine to question and get a response reasonably quickly. If you want any knowledge on the machinima, if you're thinking of applying to be a voice actor or a body actor, please feel free to go straight onto the channel and send me a message along with your game tag or your Skype name, and that'll be fine. And I guess I'll talk to you some other time. So please subscribe if you like this video, please like it, and also comment, because seeing what you guys think really is the ultimate goal here, because until I become quite large, if I become quite a large channel, then it's all about you guys. I hope you know that. It's what you want the channel to produce, so feel free to comment and tell me what you'd want the next video to be, what you'd like to see, and I'll be coming back to you in a while with another PSA. The next PSA will probably be around halfway through February time. It won't be a major PSA, it'll probably be a Defector update. That's what it'll probably be called, because it'll be just solely based on Defector. There'll be no other information on it. Because by then, hopefully I'll have finished off the script for episode 2, and I'll have got a little bit of filming done, so I can give you a quick sneak peek, probably no more than a minute, of the episode. So please subscribe, please comment, please like. This is TheHaloForgery, signing out.